Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know me, I'm Sydney. I'm 23 years old and I live in Tokyo, Japan. But originally, I wasn't from here. I moved a year ago. Today is September 3rd, 2025, and a year ago, well, almost a year ago, it's 10 p.m. So in like 2 hours, it'll be midnight, and then I will say that it's been 1 year since I moved, which is just so crazy because yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't believe that, like, it's happened and that this year has gone by so fast. And I haven't meant to do a sit down video for so long, and I just put it off. I've just been doing vlogs for the last year just because, like, I want to document my life and I find it, like, the most fun and the most rewarding. But here I am. It's my 1 year anniversary of moving, and I was like, I need to film a video where I just sit down and talk about how everything has gone this past year and, like, my experiences and everything. We are currently in my loft, and I did this type of video like last year, like a year and a half ago. And basically, if you don't know the drill, it's kind of like just a chill, sit down, relaxing video where I just talk and hello, talking to the microphone on my phone, and not too much editing, just very chill. Because honestly, this is the type of videos that these types of videos are the, oh my gosh, did I forget English moving to Japan? Uh, I'm just kidding. But like these are the type of videos that I personally like, just like honest, just like chill videos. Like I don't need like some crazy high production. But yeah, how are you doing? So I just want to say that this past year has been just like the craziest and most like holy shit. Like I've had so much fun. I've also had so many times where I've cried and been like, what the fuck am I doing? And still I sometimes feel like I'm like, what am I doing with my life? And I think that's just like part of being your 20s, and I want to document it. But for this video specifically, like I was gonna do a little script, not a script, but like in my notes, I was gonna write down like bullet points of like what I want to talk about. But honestly, I kind of want to just do a really chill like video, as I said, and just talk about like anything that comes to my mind. So I hope you're in for the ride. Anyways, so let's do some background if you don't know me. I did a little bit in the beginning, but I graduated college last year in June, and already, I think it was like probably late 2023, I did a study abroad program in Rome. And after I came back, I was just like, oh my God, like that was amazing. Like the fact that I'm like I was abroad and like I like not like lived there, but like I spent time there and it wasn't like a normal vacation. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love this feeling. It's literally like a high, but without drugs. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like I want to live abroad, like after I like graduate college. But I was like, I don't know about Rome, but what about Japan? And my parents are Japanese. Like, I'm 100% Japanese ethnically, but I was born and raised in America. So I would say, like, obviously, like, my blood, like, my DNA is Japanese, but my inside is very much, like, westernized. And that's, like, another thing that, like, okay, maybe we could talk about that first, actually. Is being, like, Japanese American, also known as Nikke, moving from America to Japan has been such, like, a big, just, like, culture shock, because I grew up coming here. Like my mom was born and raised in Japan, like Tokyo. And so my grandparents are here, my aunt's here. So I have family here, and I've been coming since I was like really little. So I'm like somewhat familiar with the city, but this is like the longest that I've like been here, obviously. And to really live here is so different than like coming here for like a 2 week trip. I mean, that's anywhere, but like genuinely, oh my gosh, I'm like burping. The first thing is that my Japanese skills are not like the best. There's like different levels. For example, there's like the Japanese test. I think it's like N1 through N5, I think. And I would probably say I'm like a N3 speaking. Okay. Which the test actually doesn't have a speaking portion, I don't believe. I think it's just like reading and listening or something. I think. Or maybe writing? I don't know. Like I grew up like speaking Japanese with like my parents and especially my mom, and that's how I learned. I went to Japanese school for a little bit like when I was in elementary school, but I hated going. So I literally like begged my mom to like let me quit, and she did it. She was like, "Okay, you have to do piano." And I was like, "Okay." But then I still quit, and then now as a 23-year-old, like my Japanese is like not anywhere near like how like someone my age who grew up here is. I can definitely communicate, and everyone is like, "Oh, your Japanese is good." But like, I mean, I would say for someone who grew up in America and the fact that like my friends were not Japanese, and even if they were, like, I wasn't speaking it, I think it's like pretty decent. And also, I made a video on TikTok where it was like a year and a half ago where I was like speaking Japanese and doing like a get ready with me, and I like what's it called, remixed or like duetted the video, and my speaking speed is like a lot faster, and I know more words, so I don't think I'm like necessarily gotten like better, but I know more vocabulary, and I'm like using it like every day, so I'm definitely not like forgetting any. So I think I've improved like a little bit, but like nothing crazy. And it's just like a weird feeling because it's like technically I am Japanese, but being here, I don't really feel like I fit in. And like culturally, like there's a lot of things that I take from Japanese culture. Like one thing is Japanese people are so polite. And even if it's sometimes fake, like everyone like apologizes. Like you could bump into someone and they will apologize. Like everyone is so polite, and like obviously not like 100% of the population, but like it's like the culture to just be very polite and to all like be, it's a collectivist society, so like everyone kind of works together and like doesn't try to like be a nuisance and like try to like bother other people, which I think America needs to take note, because America is very individualistic and like people are a little too selfish. But then here I feel like people are a little bit too like, what's the word, herd minded, like where everyone is just kind of like a group and not individual. So I think some people just kind of don't, they're kind of just like, you know, like a part of the pack, and they don't really like have an individual like I don't know, like I don't know how to describe it, and I feel bad saying that. I just feel like some people are just like don't, I don't know, they're just kind of like blending in and they don't really like do anything like crazy because like society. Like the reason why everything is so orderly and clean here is because people have so many rules that they have to follow. And so it's kind of like a trade-off. It's like, okay, America is more free, it's more individual, and oh my gosh, I can't speak. Oh my gosh. Individualistic. And there's like so much more that you can do, I feel like, personally. But then because of that, there's so many problems and people are so selfish. And then here I feel like people are just like nicer, and everyone just like actually does things for like the greater good. Like people are not littering, and people are not doing like super terrible things that will like affect a larger group of people. For the most part, obviously not like 100%. But like for example, like the streets are very clean because people don't litter, and there's like no garbage cans. But somehow it's clean. Now that I'm here, I have Japanese friends, but they're not native Japanese. They're either like half or they grew up in another country. And I think it's really nice though, because then it's like we share a cultural understanding, and it's good. It's like we can laugh about things, and also the fact that we like grew up in another country besides Japan, and then like we moved here. And then there's another thing is that, you know, like moving abroad and like moving to Japan is like a big deal. And in my head, I was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal because like I am Japanese, and like it's not gonna be that big of an adjustment, which I think it was. But compared to someone like, let's say like a regular American or like a European or someone from Australia, and they just like move to Japan for like just work or for school, like that's a bigger, I think, cultural like shock. Like now that I'm like here, all my friends also are from other countries and they moved here. So like that aspect is like, oh, everyone did that. So it's not like a crazy thing. It's like so interesting. And this is just like in general, but like I get to be friends with people and like meet people who are like from completely different backgrounds. And it's so cool. And I had that in America. Like, but then everyone was like first generation, like born and raised in America, but then like ethnically they like were something else. But here it's like, okay, you guys are like maybe Japanese, but you grew up in like Europe or Australia, or maybe you're half Japanese and half like another Asian, or I don't know. There's just like so many like cool people, and like hearing their background is just like wow. Like I didn't know that many Japanese people, and if I did, they're like my mom's friends, or like my mom's friends' children. I just like feel this like a deeper understanding, and just like I appreciate Japanese culture even more now because I've been living here, and to be like in the city that like my mom grew up in, and like being close to my grandparents, like it's been such like a blessing, and like such like a, oh my gosh, like I didn't have this before. Like a year ago, like I was literally in America. And I remember like I get flashbacks from like my 1 year ago on Snapchat, And August of 2024 was the like most chaotic like month I've ever experienced in my life. Because okay, I had an internship that I was quitting like the third week of August. I had a week-long trip to Hawaii with my friends. I also had to move out of my apartment. And then I was just like trying to see my friends for the last time, making plans, and then like trying to appreciate Washington before I moved. And then literally I moved out of my apartment like the 30th or 31st. And then I moved back to my parents' house for like 4 days. Then I moved here. Like it was chaotic, but like I would redo it again and again if I could. Like it was amazing. And so like moving here, like last September, it was like such like a, because it felt like a trip. Like I would say for the first 2 months, it definitely gave like extended vacation. I didn't come here with a job. I wanted to just like experience Japan and have fun. And like I was going on day trips left and right. And now looking back, I'm so happy I did that, because I think if I like had a job lined up and started like right away, I would have been like really just, it would have been difficult to, I think, like transition into like living here. And so I had from September to like December basically, where I just like did whatever. And I mean, I still do whatever here, like that's fun. But like now I work. But like before it was like I didn't have any friends. I like just freshly moved. Like I didn't have a job. I came in with savings in a fucking dream. Like I was just like going places here and there, like not giving a damn about anything. And then it's like, oh yeah, you live here now. It's not just a trip. So you actually cannot buy absolutely everything you want. Like you have to start applying to jobs. Like it became real. And also another question that like people ask me is like, how long are you gonna be in Japan? Which is a great question, because I first moved here originally planning on like 1 to 1.5 years. And it's been a year now, and I'm like, I feel like I barely scratched the surface with Japan. Like, there's still a lot of places that I haven't gone to Japan that I want to. And the funny thing is, like, I feel like I want to go to different countries more than I want to travel to, like, other parts of Japan, which I should travel to, like, other parts of Japan, because I've done, like, all the, like, basic ones, but there's a lot of, like, random places that I have saved that I will go to. But in my head, I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna spend this much money, I want to do it to like somewhere more like crazy. Like I went to Vietnam in June, and I want to go to like Korea, the Philippines, Thailand. Where else? I want to go to China, and Taiwan, and Hong Kong, and just like anywhere, honestly, like an experience and have fun and like see Asia. And like that's one of the main no, maybe main. I think top 5 reasons why I moved here was I'm in Asia. So I can like go and plan a trip to like another Asian country, because if I was in America, if I went to just like have a little chill weekend trip to Korea, I can't do that. Like that's a whole journey. So that's been very nice. I definitely want to travel more. I'm going to Okinawa soon. So I'm so excited. That's the part of Japan that I've been like eyeing, and it's been on the top of my list. If you don't know, it's like the Hawaii of Japan. It's like a small island like off the mainland. It's like down there. Very cute, very tropical. So I'm very excited. I'm going with my mom, and she's coming back to visit. So that would be very nice. Speaking of my mom, it was actually really like bittersweet, because my mom helped me move in when I came here. So she was here for 2 weeks and just helped me like do paperwork and like settle in. And it was very nice. We went to like Disney Sea and like did like touristy things. And then like we didn't like cry or like really get sad until like we got to the airport when I was dropping her off. And then like literally we were like fine. And I like felt like I was about to cry. But I was like, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm not going to cry. And like right when I was gonna say bye at the line, like we both at the same time started crying, and it was like so sweet but like so sad. But then I saw her again in March, and then she's coming back again in October. So like it's been like not as bad as I thought. Like my mom is a very independent person, and I am too. So we still text like every few days. And like yes, it's sad though, because it's like my mom's getting older, and like I want to see her and be very close to her. You know, right now I'm here, and also like my mom never pressured me to be like to stay really close to her. She was like, if you want to go somewhere, like I want you to go. Like while you're young, I want you to experience things and I can't speak and experience things that like I didn't get to do. And so she was never overbearing. She very much was like, I know that you'll make the best decisions that you think will suit you the best and like what's meant for you. And so she's always been like supportive, especially about me moving here. And I forgot when I brought it up to her, but I was like, I'm gonna move to Japan, I think. And she was like, you should definitely do it. And it's been very just like nice to have her support. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had many crash outs in Japan this year. But also since I turned 23 in February, I've been like I don't know, like I've been so like happy, and I'm so blessed about so many things. But I think career wise or low-key, that might be just I think the only part of my life that I'm genuinely like I want to like achieve all these goals is career, because like partner, that will come, and like children and marriage and like a house, that will happen. I think for me, I really want to like get my career like, and I'm not even that like, what's the word? That like I'm not like so ambitious. I'm not like, oh, I want to become like a CEO, but I definitely like want to do more and learn more, especially while I'm like young. Like I'm just entering the workforce, like for real. So I definitely just want to have more skills under my belt and just like figure out what I'm really good at and things that I can improve on. And right now, I am like technically like a freelancer, so I have 2 jobs. And so I have one job that I love, and basically it's like organizing a lot of things, and I also do social media management for them. It's very fun. I've met a lot of cool people and I've made friends from that job. My other job is English teaching. And that's also another thing that like here's the thing. Like, here's the thing. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I like the people a lot. Like the people that I work with are so sweet. However, like the job is not something that I want to do long term. And I don't think most people are like, oh, I want to do English teaching. I mean, maybe. But for me, I always knew it was like kind of like a little temporary like stepping stone. And it's okay. I'm being honest, like I like it, but I just feel like I'm limiting my abilities because I can do so much more. And like I'm focusing on like marketing and communications, and like I don't know, I'm like romanticizing the idea of like a corporate 9 to 5, and I don't have that right now. And like one thing I will say, I love having like a more flexible schedule. I do have like a set schedule, but like I can like work remotely, and then I can like work in between. If I like want to make plans with my friends in the middle of the week, I can do that. So that's been very nice. Like so grateful, but also it's like it also makes me feel so like unstable, and I hate that feeling. Like that's what I realized. Like maybe I do like routine, because when I had hello, I'm back. I made myself a little coffee even though it's 11 p.m. I just like the taste of a good little latte. Is this ASMR right now? Delicious. Anyways, also, I don't even remember what like I was talking about. I don't remember. But let me just wrap up my little career talk. I think that's where I left off. Maybe if not, this is gonna be like so funny. But I think with career like in mind, I don't know if I necessarily will live in Japan for like a really long time. Because yes, it's a big city, and there's like a big job market, obviously. However, if you don't know business level Japanese, then you're limited by a lot, especially marketing. I realized like I wanted to do like digital marketing, and for a lot of companies, they like basically were like, oh, we like you, but because your Japanese is not like business level, there might be like errors in communication. And some of you may be like, okay, then why don't you just practice and like get better, which is like fair. Which is fair. However, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I have like the motivation to do it, because to me, I don't want to like study. Like, I want to learn by like speaking it and learning new words and being able to like speak faster. And like I can understand like 80% of things. It's just like difficult words, like definitely like corporate like Japanese like words I don't know. But if we're talking like normally conversationally, like I can totally talk normally. It's just like some words I just won't know, but like I can explain how I feel, like my thoughts. Like we're good there. So with that, I'm like, okay, America, like obviously like I know English, like my work experience, and also like I know stuff about like the American market more than like the Japan market. And these are things that I can learn, and that's kind of like what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to get hired and learn. But also now I'm like, do I want to do marketing? Like do I want to do something else, or kind of try out like a different path, but like still kind of similar. Like, I don't know. I'm still so young, and I feel like I'm expecting this like curated like life with so many nice things and like all these things that I'm like, I'm gonna have that when I'm like in my 30s and 40s. And that's what most people have, not like freshly out of college. And I think I have to remind myself of that. And also to not compare myself. And also like I feel like I see on social media like people having like the craziest lifestyles and like like, oh my gosh, like I wanna travel like every other week and like do all these cool things. But I'm like, first of all, social media is never real, because I'm sure some people think about that like with me. And there are days where I literally do absolutely nothing at home, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And there are times where I feel mentally so like, I don't even know the word, just like down, like not depressed at all. Like I am overall very happy, but there are days where I just feel like so negative, and that like I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like I'm not, like living up to my full potential, like all these negative things. And I'm like, it's a temporary feeling, like it's not true. And so, yeah, being here though, like I've discovered so much about myself and figuring out like, yes, I know Japanese, but like, for example, when I got my apartment, like when they would call me for like, setting up the water, electricity, like Wi-Fi. I actually vlogged when I moved here, and also like when I got my apartment. So you'll see in the video, but it was so difficult. And like doing paperwork and being like, hi, so I'm Japanese. I'm a Japanese citizen technically, but I didn't grow up here, so I can't write or read. Like, sorry, could you help me? And then it just feels so like embarrassing, but like having to deal with that and like using Google Translate for everything. I go to a grocery store, Google Translate, because I can't read it. Maybe like half of it, if like that's like a max amount, because there's 3 alphabets in Japanese. I can read like 1.5. So that's been like such like I mean, it's a small issue, so it's not really that big of a deal. But honestly, at the end of the day, like career things, like I do like my main job right now, and so the English teaching job is like, it's good for now, but I'm definitely open, and I know that I will get better opportunities and like what I'm meant to do. Like, things that are meant for you will never pass by you. They're always going to come to you. And I really believe in that. Obviously, I have to like put in the effort, but I feel like I know that in the back of my mind, so maybe that's why I don't stress out. But also, I feel like I've been having so many doubts, and I hate that, because I used to be such like a positive person, and I still am, because I'm like, I know I'm gonna get this and what I deserve, and I want to work hard, and I am. But it's like, because I don't have everything that I like want right now, it's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? But I think that's just like what it's like to be in your 20s, and I just have to tell myself that. And also, like at the beginning of this year, like I was in a relationship, and I feel like I saw my life so differently. Like I had this plan, we were long distance, like I'll move back like at the 1.5 year mark of like living here. But now it's like, okay, well, I don't know how long I'll be here. Like apartment leases are 2 years here. Like maybe I'll stay the whole 2 years, which I think I will. But then I'm like, okay, what do I do after? Like, do I want to go back to America and like stay there, or do I want to try living in another country? Like, there's so many different factors, and I told myself like, if I like got like a really cool job, then I would stay. But also like, I don't know, like I don't know, like there's so many things about Japan that I love, and the fact that it's just so safe and clean, and there's like so much to do in the city, and it's like also not like that expensive. I mean, there are expensive things. And also, that's another thing, is earning yen versus having USD is such a big thing. And like when I moved here, I had USD like savings. So everything was a discount. Like it was amazing. And then I started earning yen, and I was like, oh, yeah, not everything is as cheap as it seemed. So that's been like a challenge, because like again, like looking at like the bigger picture of like earning yen versus like USD or euro, like it's difficult, because obviously like the yen is weaker. And I don't know, I think I'm just thinking about like the bigger picture, but I'm also like, I want to experience life here, and I have, but like even more. So there's just like so much on my mind, and I'm like, ah. But also I'm like chill at the same time. I'm like crashing out a little bit, but also like, but I think that's normal. But other than that, I would say like my life here is amazing. Like the food is so good, and my friends are so sweet. And I will say something that's very sad, but like is, I know it's normal, is that a lot of people come and go in Japan, especially Tokyo. And I think that's like normal for like big major cities because people are here for like an internship or for university or I don't know, like some kind of little program, or they're just like visiting on a trip. So I've met a lot of cool people or become very close with people and then they go back home. So it's really sad. But then it's the fact that like I get to call these people friends and they live like in different countries and all these different places, and that like if I want to visit that country or a state, like I can go there and see them. Like that is really special and so nice. But it is sad. I feel like not recently, but I think a few months ago, like I would say bye to a lot of people because they're like coming and going, and that was very sad. It's been such a fun time here, and I just like it's like so crazy because I'm like this is my new normal, but like a year ago I was like so fucking stressed out, being like what the fuck am I doing, and like everything worked out, and like I have my own apartment, I have so many clothes, like I was like taking out all the clothes off of my clothing rack and I was like, holy shit, I came here with like 2 big suitcases that were stuffed, by the way. And I remember my mom being like, you don't need to bring all those clothes. Like, you're going to buy clothes, I promise you. And I was like, no, like, I don't know why I'm like stubborn with stuff like that. I was like, no, like, I'm going to wear all this. No, I don't. Like, I brought like my school's like merch, like a hoodie, because I was like, oh, this is like, I need to bring this. I've worn it maybe once. Like, it's like a bright purple UW sweatshirt, like, when would I wear that? Like, I'm not going to like a UW football game. So like, when would I wear that? But also good things, like random things. Since being here, since it's a city and like you're not driving, I'm not like driving to go to like Walmart. You kind of have to like look put together everywhere, I feel like. And so I think my style has improved a lot. I definitely have been thrifting, like oh my God, like I've been thrifting such good things recently for fall. So I can't wear it right now. But give me like a month and a half when it gets a little bit cooler and I can. But like, oh my gosh, I think my style has improved a little bit. I definitely still want to like improve and like get more like classy clothes. My style has become a lot more like, I don't want to say elegant. I don't think that's like the right word, but like more chill. Like obviously not every day. Like today I'm literally wearing a Tokyo Disneyland shirt. This is not giving like, oh, I'm going to like a fancy restaurant. But like, I like to dress more like, I don't know. Like, I'm going into the office. Like, I want to look more put together even on, like, my lazy days. And, I don't know. I just, like, I, like, want to look more put together. Because I'm getting, like, so inspired from all these people's outfits. But also, I feel like my style is not very, like, Japan or Tokyo. I feel like it's very, like, American. Which is also funny because a lot of people will not think I'm Japanese. And also if I'm like hanging out with like my friends who are not Japanese and we'll be like speaking in English, obviously. And then we go to like a cafe and they just speak to us in English, even though I'm like responding in Japanese. Or it was like 2 weeks ago, I was at a bar and it was like a group of like Japanese guys, like born and raised, I'm assuming, because they were all speaking like fluent Japanese. And like 2 of them like accidentally bumped into me while I was like walking to the bar. And literally one was like sumimasen, like saying like excuse me in Japanese, the other one, oh, sorry. I was like, do they think I'm not? Or, like, a lot of people will think I'm, like, half or not Japanese. And I'm like, I don't look half. Like, I feel like I look full Japanese. But also, maybe it's my vibe. I don't know. Like, I don't think my style is that Japanese. And I don't think my, like, vibe is Japanese. I don't know. I mean, like, Japanese. Like, what is the vibe? But I don't know. I'm just me. Also, people dress a lot more conservative and like modest here. So like I like always will feel so self-conscious if I wear something a little bit like, you know, even though I don't really like I don't wear crop tops anymore, but I still wear like sometimes like shorter shorts. Well, not really. I donated them, but like I have these like linen shorts cuz I was going to the beach and they're like decently short, not that short, but like they're short. And like I was like on the train and I felt like I was being stared at so much. I'm like, guys are not even that short. I mean, they are, but like not like it's not like everything's out. It's just like random things like that. But I feel like in America people don't really care and like they dress so much more casual, but like here everyone's dressed up and like looking nice. I'm like, crap. Like I have to look good. Like I bought jorts, guys. Let me actually show you. Like these are from GU. They're really cute. They don't look that flattering from here. But, like, if this was, like, a year ago, I would have laughed in your face. Like, deadass. I would have been like, you think I would wear those? Hell no. And like the style is cute and I feel like I'm inspired. Another thing, like for example, people don't really wear tank tops, like especially men. Like they obviously do wear tank tops, but it's not as like common. And even like for girls, I think finally it's starting to become like more normal. So like sometimes I'll wear not crop top, tank top, like a normal one. It's not cropped, and I will say it is a little tight, but like not like where it's looking like scandalous. I just think it looks like a tank top, and I will get so many stares. I'm like, damn, I'm not even dressed that gay, y'all. Like, I just have a tank top and jeans, no makeup. So, I don't know. I think people are very, like... But then I see people with, like, crazy, like, outfits. Like, even, like, guys here. And, like, really unique makeup. So I'm like, I don't know, like, what the beauty standard and, like, what the trends are here, really. Because I see so many. This is like a random rant. I'm just like talking. I'm just yapping. See, I'm a big yapper. But yeah, I think I've talked about like mostly everything. I think. Yeah. Should we wrap up this video? I think so because I've been talking for so long and I want to go eat dinner because I haven't yet. But I hope you enjoyed this video of me talking about like random things. I feel like I'm missing stuff. I'm like, am I gonna look back at this video and be like, wait, I should have talked about this? Let's do like a recap. Pros about Japan. The food is delish. I don't have to tip because it's not a thing here. And like sushi, like all this good Japanese food. And also even like other cultural food is so good here. I will say though, food is not really spicy here because Japanese food is not spicy and like I guess like, for example, if you go to, like, a Vietnamese restaurant here, they don't really have, like, sriracha. It was, like, I was, like, oh. Like, I was sad. And, like, I was putting so much in there because I like it spicy. They don't have that here. Well, most places. And I was like, ooh. So, good food. Very safe. Public transport is amazing, so I don't have to pay for a car. There's always things to do that almost, like, it almost feels, like, overwhelming because there's so many options to do. I've met so many people. I think that's like the like top thing is I've just met so many cool people that I want to be friends with and I know I will be friends with for so long and hopefully like a lifetime, and getting to like meet people from like different countries and upbringings. And what else? My grandparents are here, getting to like improve my Japanese by using it. And oh my god, the convenience stores, of course, love them. What else? The Japanese snacks, getting to like also be in Asia and like Tokyo, like living in a big city, but like it's pretty affordable for like a big city. And there's so many pros, but cons. I guess the main thing is like sometimes I do feel like I'm kind of missing out because I'm like not in America, and that's just like such a like oh my god, a fucking American thing. But like I think, for example, like this is silly. I wanted to watch the Wicked movie when it came out in November, but it didn't come to Japan until March. Or like some like skincare or like makeup that I really like is not available here. So and like it can't be shipped here. Like random things like that, like some products that I like. But also Japan has amazing products, so like it's a good trade-off. Trader Joe's I miss. These are like more like what I miss about America. Let's do like Japan. I guess like maybe people don't really do small talk, which I thought I would miss. Or that I wouldn't care because I'm very introverted. But I do miss, like, small talk and, like, me being able to compliment random strangers and they're not going to think I'm, like, hitting on them. Like, I don't do that here because I, like, feel weird to do it. Like, I'm like, ooh, are they going to think I'm, like, hitting... Like, a girl's going to think I'm, like, I'm hitting on her? Like, I'm not. I'm girly pop. Like, I'm not going to do that. Don't worry. Like, things like that. I guess career-wise, yeah. I think my options are limited. Just because, like, my Japanese is not, like, business level. And also, like, being far away from my mom and, like, my friends from back home does suck. Like, it is, like, hard. But also, it's, like, I know it's temporary. Like, I will be back in Washington eventually. Even if it's not to, like, fully live back there, but, like, to visit. So, it's not, like, that, you know? But sometimes it does kind of feel like I'm putting my life on pause. And just, like, I came here and it's just, like, a extended break. But, like, I live and work here. So it's obviously not. But sometimes in a weird way, it feels like that. Everything was, like, set up in America for, like, in English. And then now it's, like, I have all these different things. Like, a phone plan and, like, I don't know. Just, like, in a different country. It's, like, obviously that's, like, the most simplest thing. But it's just, like, you know, it just feels like, oh my gosh, like a gym membership. Like I paused my one back home. When am I gonna unpause it? Like, I don't know. Just like random things. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I want to do more talking videos. And okay, I have not been that active on YouTube, but I think this year I've been like decently active. Like compared to the last few years, I've been pretty good. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. It's been such a journey. I can't believe, like, because sometimes I'll get comments of people being like, I was watching your videos when you were like 14. I'm like, that was almost 10 years ago. Like, I started my YouTube channel when I was like 12, and one regret that I have is like, I wish I vlogged more. I wish I posted more consistently, especially in high school, because I didn't. Like homecoming, I didn't get a prom or a proper graduation because of COVID, but like if I did have a prom and I vlogged it, or like homecoming, I wish I vlogged, or just like doing stupid stuff with my friends like right after high school. Like I wish I vlogged more. Like, so I'm trying my best to vlog in Japan, and I think I've done very good. So, and also like I'm thinking about maybe doing more casual videos, because I think, and I've been implementing it a little bit, but like I haven't been like heavily editing my videos as much as before. I love a good, like, cute, very aesthetically pleasing video, but also I'm like, I want it to be maybe like more real, and just longer videos that are more chill, not heavily edited, and just have like I don't want it to feel so like sterile and corporate. Like not corporate, but like I want it to feel more real, and like include talking and like even bad parts. Cause I think I cut out like, excuse me, that was like a yawn burp. Like not bad part, like obviously, but like maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Maybe just like vlogging more and not just like highlights, if that makes sense. Okay, anyways, thank you so much for watching. It's been such a crazy journey, and I'm very proud of myself, I will say, for getting myself here and like actually doing it. Like that's the thing, I always want to be someone who, like, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And I can't believe I was like, oh yeah, I'm moving to Japan, y'all, and I did it. And here I am a year later. So here's so many more years in Japan and wherever life takes me next. And if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you are new and you think that I'm someone worth subscribing to. Okay, I will see you in my next video. Bye.